Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey everybody, how we doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge. This is episode number 1226. If you are passionate about the movie Smokey and the Bandit, may I say you are really going to enjoy this episode. We are going to be talking with some of the people that actually built replica cars and go to events and stuff like that. This is going to be an exciting one, so make sure you stay with us. But before we get into that, let me tell you about Rims Transport. Rims Transport is a flatbed owner-operator company out of Hamilton, Ontario. That's right. They got a couple divisions. They've got a flatbed division, their main division. Then they've also got end dump and bulk tanker. So if you want to interested in any of those. Now, the cool thing about them is A, they want you to be successful. B, they don't run very far. They run about 500-mile radius. And C, you've got options between local, regional, tandem US or heavy US. So there you go. You got all kinds of stuff. You don't need a trailer, but if you have one, you can use that. If not, they've got one for you. And they are looking for people who want to be successful in the trucking industry. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about Smokey and the Bandit here for a minute. If you love that movie like I love that movie, I still watch it. So we were at Truck World, and at Truck World, we were in Hall 3. Hall 3 was, I'm not usually in that hall, so it was a good hall to be in. But what was right before, about 2 booths away from me, was the Smokey and the Bandit Kenworth. Now, I didn't realize it was going to be there, but I am so glad it's there. It is very cool. It's a really, really cool thing. So what happened is there's a guy named Mark who has the Smokey and the Bandit Kenworth. He's rebuilding the trailer right now. He's also building, they've got Clay and Ray, father and son. Ray's the father, Clay's the son, who do the Buford T. Justice. And they each have a car, just like the replica from the movie. And they go to events. I've met them before. They go to events and they're dressed up as Buford T. Justice without the weight. They're not as big, but they've got all the same outfit and all that. And they have 2 cars back from the 70s cop cars there that they put on. And then there's Gary. And Gary, I met him up at the Clifford Truck Show. And Gary has, of course, the Bandit Firebird. So all of them work together when they're now there's a whole they work together when there's events, like they'll do stuff like Special Olympics. That's where I met them. I know there's another somebody else that has the Bandit husband and wife team, and they dress up like Burt Reynolds and in the wedding dress and all that. And in the States there is I follow them on Twitter, I don't know or X, whatever it's called now, called Bandit Run, and I really like that. Bandit Run is very cool because they do some of it's all Firebird, sometimes truck, but they do all kind of like it's like a car club. They do drives all over the place and recreate scenes from the movie, and it's quite a lot of fun. So it was really cool to see them at Truck World. There was so much shenanigans going on, like the part where at the end of Truck World where Clay couldn't get his car started because we were inside. They were sitting inside, and they couldn't get the one police car started. And they were all sitting around. They were boosting it from the other police car, and they had it up on a jack. I'm not sure why I had it on a jack, but I was just saying, hey, you know what? It was right from that scene. If you know the scene where Buford T. Justice is sitting in front of at the gas station getting his car repaired, and Bandit's at the gas pump, and they're talking on the CB, and he realizes that he's right over there. It was I like that kind of. I thought that's where we are, So there was a lot of fun going on, and of course there was the mini cart. There was a mini one too with Dwayne. So Dwayne was an RC builder, and he built the mini Smokey and the Bandit truck. So we had the pleasure of talking with all of them today. So we're going to put them all into one podcast. Check out the featured truck for the next few Fridays, because you're going to see this coming Friday. You're going to see the Kenworth with Mark, and then you're going to see the police cars, and you'll see Dwayne's mini truck and all that. So you're going to see them. But on the podcast today, we're just going to give you the full interviews for you. So this is going to be really good. good. Also, check out Lead Pedal Radio over the next couple weeks. We will be doing a Smokey and the Bandit recreation with the music and all of that. So there's lots of stuff coming up, so check that out. Anyway, let's get into... Hey folks, are you online trying to get yourself a resume and online and trying to get a job? Then Driver Verified is the place to go. This is an online, basically think of it like an online resume. You create a profile, you can create it for free, you can put your awards there, you can put your employment records, all of that kind of stuff, and it's verifiable through the insurance, and it's also a way of companies searching you. So you may want to check that out. So check it out. DriverVerified.com is where you can go. They also have a heavy G program if you're somebody looking to, if you're a G licensed driver, but you're looking to get maybe into something where you can start working with a trailer. Their heavy G program is where you go. You can learn all about it at driververified.com. Make sure you tell them we sent you. All right, let's get on to the big boys now. Let's get on to our friend Mark here. He owns the Kenworth, and he's going to tell us all about it and why he got into it and what he does with it. And he's a crane operator, so he uses this, but he still hauls with it sometimes too. So that's got to be very cool. And let's get on to that interview with Mark, who is the Smokey in the... I guess he's more... he's that other guy. More the Smokey. Anyway, he's playing the snowman, I guess, if you will, with his truck. But there's no snow on this thing. This was a sweet replica. All right, we'll check it out. Here we go. All right, so I'm here with Mark. We're in front of my favorite truck. How are we doing, Mark?
Awesome.
So you must be a Smokey and the Bandit fan.
Of course.
You cannot be. No. I thought I was the biggest fan, but I got a feeling that
you're second biggest.
Yeah, I see I'm going down the list.
Yeah.
So tell us about this truck. How long did it take you to buy it?
Well, it's the first truck I ever drove. I drove it when I was 18, bought it when I was 19.
Great.
It's been parked in the bush at my dad's ever
So this
since.
is your actual truck that you've driven since then? Wow.
And I dug it out like 5 years ago and restored it. Total body off, frame off.
You did a good job, man. This looks really authentic. So other than the straight pipes, I don't remember Jerry having straight pipes in the original, but that's okay. That's
like
okay.
my pipes.
And you got chrome tanks, which look better than his. So your truck actually looks better. So what inspired that? Was that just, have you always liked Smokey and the Bandit, or was that just a truck
Always
that
been
you
a
had?
fan.
Or
Always been a fan ever since a kid.
From a trucking family, or tell me about your background?
My dad's a heavy diesel mechanic, but not really a trucking family.
No, just you.
Yep.
I drove too, and they look nicer to drive on the outside than they do. Is this one, have you put some stuff into it, or is it all original? Like, I was looking at this one here, the Mac, behind us. You know, the seat is attached to the floor with metal. There's no air ride or any of that stuff, right? Is yours like that? What do you got?
I put air ride seats in it. The driver's seat was always air ride, but not the passenger. But I put 2 air ride. But besides that, the whole truck's almost original.
Yeah, is it air steering or the big wheel still?
No, it's hydraulic. There's a gearbox in it.
So where would you don't run this anymore though, right? This is just
I have,
for show now,
and I will. But
is that right?
Yeah, but I just take it camping and cruising.
And cruising and the shows?
Yeah.
So what do you work with normally during the week? Is this good?
I'm into the mobile cranes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so heavy equipment, and I got some transports, all the counterweights around too.
Oh, very
and stuff,
cool,
so,
very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us, what's the motor that you got in this thing?
60 series Detroit.
Okay.
With an 18 speed.
And is this a 73?
77.
77.
Yeah.
77. Very cool. And you got the paint job. So now, are you doing the trailer?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Is that?
Yeah.
When's that going to be ready? I'm waiting.
Probably about another month.
Another month. Oh, it's too bad. We need to move Truck World to May then for you.
Yeah.
Do you go to any of the outdoor shows?
Yep, I do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, are you going to be hanging out with these clowns over here, those Buford T. Justice?
Oh, yeah, we do the Coburg Smokey and the Bandit run every year.
Okay.
It's in Coburg, and it's a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay.
So
What date is that?
it's July. I'd have to look it up.
Okay, I'll look it up. I'd like to go to that. I haven't got.
It's a good, there's like 7 to 8 Trans Ams there. These guys show up, and then the other Trans Ams, there's like 100 Trans Ams in total.
I've seen them in the States. There's a big group in the States that does like a run every weekend, I think, right? So.
Yeah, they do it every year, once a year in Coburg.
Do people make you haul Coors beer all the time? It's only 18 hours there and 18 hours back. That is really cool now. Well, good job. So, will you have the mural and all that? Will the trailer be as authentic as possible?
Yeah.
Do you have to get like special authorization for that? Or
Yeah, I'm working on that right now as we
that
speak.
right?
And get the copyrights. There's a guy down in Pennsylvania that has the copyrights for it.
Okay.
And he's actually going to send me the file so I can get my sticker guy up here to actually make the wrap instead of him shipping the wrap across the border.
Yeah.
So
that's the way to
there's
do
a
it.
lot to it. I had to sign off on copyrights and all that stuff. So it's a lot to it, but
Wow.
it'll be good.
Well, I'd like to see the whole thing when it's done, man. Keep in touch with us, and we do a feature truck. You're going to be a feature truck one week, but I'd like to see the whole thing together. It'd be very cool.
Awesome.
And I'll be playing Smokey in the band. Thanks for your time today, pal. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and last
Good
but
job.
certainly not least, we got to talk to Dwayne. Now, Dwayne is the one who built the RC replica of Snowman's truck, and this thing is a sweet, sweet ride. We're going to talk to him about how he get into RC trucks and all of that. So,
All right, so I'm here with Dane. Dane, did you build this? Wayne. Dwayne. Did you build this yourself?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Are you a Smokey and the Bandit fan from
Big
way
time.
back? Me
Huge,
too.
huge, yeah.
Did you used to drive trucks?
I still drive
Oh, you
trucks.
still drive trucks?
Yep.
Yeah. And so this is what we call it's an RC model truck. Is that what that's called? Or?
Yeah, it's a 1/14 scale RC truck. To me, it makes the truck, but I've actually scratch built the Kenworth cab.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So is this part of a club, like, or are you guys just Smokey and the Bandit fans? You just got the one off? Or?
No, we're actually a club, Scale Builders RC Club of Ontario.
Okay.
And I've built probably about eight or nine movie trucks, famous trucks, like the Bandit.
Oh, okay. So like the other ones, like that we used to have BJ and the Bear and all those ones.
BJ and the Bear,
awesome,
moving
awesome.
on, and I've done Optimus Prime. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So now you build this from scratch, or do you buy the basic Kenworth?
The basic kit, but the cab is actually scratch built from styrene.
Okay, and you do all the paint job and all that yourself?
I painted everything, and I got the decal made for the trailer.
So how long would it take you to build something like that?
Usually replicas take me a while because I try to get as close to the original as possible.
Authenticity takes time.
Yeah, and sometimes it's all about the details.
Right. Yeah, it is.
So something like this, when I built it, it took me probably about 1.5 years to build.
Do you get anybody asking you to use these in film? Like if we wanted to, let's say we were doing a recreate of the Smokey and the Bandit, we can't have the guy actually drive the truck. Do they make like little sets and have you guys?
No, I've never been approached by that at
I would
all.
think that'd be very cool for a video.
It would be. It would very well be, yeah.
And it'd save a lot of money getting Jerry Reed and all of that back.
Absolutely.
So it would be cool. Hey, Tom, we're shooting right here, buddy. Sorry. Anyway, okay, so now you when do you guys do this? Is this just for shows, or do you go?
Yeah, like we build and we have a club and we get together once a month. We play with our trucks, we swap parts.
Yeah.
And every once in a while we'll actually do a show.
Yeah.
And we bring them out and we like to showcase what we built and people enjoy it.
Yeah. So can I buy? I don't want to buy that one, but can I buy one? How do I become part of the club? Can I buy it? How does someone get into RC cars? And
well, I mean, if you're interested, you can go on our group page, and you can join, but you have to answer the questions.
Right,
if you don't answer the questions, you're automatically declined.
Right.
But you can come on there. You don't have to have an RC vehicle, but if you join our club, you can come in, you can watch, you can see, ask questions, and people are more than willing to help you get into this hobby.
Yeah, and does it matter what you have? Like if I have a truck or a car or a plane, I've seen plane ones.
Yeah, well, our scale builders, we usually stick with the commercial trucks and trailers or construction vehicles. I've only brought the car out here because of Smokey and the Bandit.
Right. Good. Well, thanks for your time today, my friend. I appreciate that. Great job. Keep up the good work.
All right, there you go. So you're on to a Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, that's right. You got to check out the radio side so you can check out the movie on this. And again, check out the feature trucks for the next little while. You'll see all of these together, and you'll be able to actually see what they are. You'll probably hear a little bit of the interviews again, but it's one sweet ride, and if you love that movie, you're going to love this. All right, my friends, talk to you later. Be good out there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do because that leaves it wide open. And make sure you follow us on our socials, okay? Because that's where you can find us all the way. Hey, give us a shout out on YouTube, and we'll catch you later. Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.